Peace, peace, peace. What a day, what a day. Good morning. How are you today? Whoever is joining us, welcome, welcome to 420 Fellowship. Bang. 420 God's Bible and 420godsbible.com. Now, I want to start by doing a little bit of promoting the book, 420 God's Bible. Bang. You can get it at 420godsbible.com. It is an intense read. It is the coffee table conversation piece for the cannabis connoisseur. So, check it out. Dig what it's about. Let's see what y'all smoking on this morning. Oops, that's not the right one. I had one for you. I think they smoothed it back for me. Boom, boom, boom. Life. Your fate or your fault. What would you say? We did this question last week. Had a few different answers. So I want to know what y'all think about it. So, write your comments, write your questions. Chicago Hydro. How you doing today? What are you smoking on? Cannot find my slide, and I feel so ill prepared. I know it's in here. Ah, boy. Might just get started with the other thing. What you smoking on, Chicago Hydro? I'm trying to find these slides, man. And I'm not able to find them. There we are. What are you smoking on? So right now I'm smoking on, it's actually one of my favorite strains. It is Hellenbach. Hellenbach. And I dig it. I get it from Super Fresh. Super Fresh is right here in Washington, D.C. And they have some of the best products around. All their flowers are very, very freshly picked. Very, very freshly picked. All their flowers are freshly picked. You usually get them right after they've been cultivated. Very strong and pungent bud. So Super Fresh here in DC. I'm on Hellenbach right now. Also, let's count your blessings today. How were you blessed? What happened to you to make you wake up? Or, just make it. What happened? What happened in your day? What happened in your life? Count your blessings. Anything you want to be blessed for? Tell us about? We'll get started right now, actually, with today's synopsis. Some noise. I'm just going through some slides right now. I know I seem a little bit slow, but we good. Okay, so today is episode 9, day 9 in 420 God's Bible. And, well, like I said earlier about the book is what we kind of go through to do our synopsis, but we also use the Bible, we use the Quran, we use the Torah, we use the books of Buddhism. We are collecting spirituality, and we're changing the paradigm by telling different perspectives and having different perspectives told. So on day 9 in the 420 God's Bible, which is a spiritual journey, you can get yourself a copy. DM me or go to 420godsbible.com and you can buy copies there. But today, let's start with today's day 9. So we'll go ahead and read the whole thing and then come back and bring a synopsis. Morning praise, all life, past and present, future, and wise, overstanding. The Most High, to you I give thanks and praise. My son works. My life is pure. That is why I am able to let Cain eat you all and pain you all. As long as you ingest pain, gently to Genesis you go. I know thyself. I know I do. Emotions live, however, anger is to be over this May. That's a whole lot to digest. But hey, Tyler Therapy. You up early today. That's a lot to digest. And I'm going to break it down a little as best I can. Or from my perspective. And what I was saying earlier is that just like when you read the Bible or the Quran or the Torah or whatever book you read, you're going to have your own perspective. So I'm giving you guys my perspective on what was written. But I'd like you to smoke, read, meditate, journal, and write what the Spirit tells you, and then hear what it says to you, what your synopsis is. And at the end, well, not at the end, but I'm going to have a volume 2 made to the book with the collections of people's journals. So that's in the future. But anyway, going back to morning praise. Morning, meaning mourning for mourning, death. Praise all life, past and present. So every day above ground, I've heard that phrase, and I always often, when I didn't know what it meant, I figured it out, is a blessing. Grace is the place. Life is a blessing, and we're going to lose people very close to us. When I wrote this book, I had only lost really 1 or 2 people that were very close, my grandmother and my great-grandfather. But other than that, I hadn't lost anybody really close to me. But over the last 2, 3, 4 years, I've lost a lot of very, very close people. And you're mourning, but I still communicate with them. They're still here. Life is a continuation, not an ending. So life goes on in different forms, and I give thanks and praise to those people who lived before me, who live with me now, and I give thanks and praise myself for having the grace to being alive. Nobody's promised tomorrow, There's some sad things that happen. I mean, just look at the shoot. Just look at what's going on. 210,000 people dead from COVID. I know 2 or 3 people who died from it. Not personally, I know some people next to people, but I know people who died from it. So grace is what gets us here. Grace is why we're here. That's it. Everybody got a check-off date. None of us know when it is. And when you get it, you get it. But What I did want to do is something that's practiced in some African cultures, is libation. And this is going to pay homage to those. What a libation is you pour out water and you say the name of people, your ancestors, and you bring up the name of your ancestors, and that gives you this power through libation. So it's also giving calling to the spirits and to your older people who you love. So I'm gonna do a libation real quick, and if y'all at home want to do one with me, you can call out some of the people you love. I remember, I go, I may. That was something that was a call and response thing that was done in some of these African practitioner spiritual classes. But I'm going to start with just giving a libation and pouring out. Pour over here. My grandmother, Mary Brain, came before me. My sister, Lanier Lindsay, who passed from cancer, came before me. My father, Yahya Kwesi, who came before me. My buddy, my homie, Killer Black, no one could fill his shoes, Jesse Ills, Jesse Eubanks, came before me, passed from cancer. My ex, whose birthday just passed, Florence Awala, she passed from cancer. So I'm mourning those, but I'm giving praise to them, and I'm calling them out, and I'm letting them know that the love is still here, and I still feel their love, and that is wise overstanding. That's what that is. The Lord giveth grace and abundance. So I give praise and thanks to the Lord for giving me what I get. And what I get from the Lord is grace. I get the blessings to live on this life. Live life on this earth happy, spiritual, good food, good smoke, good people. And if you live your life purely like that, you will understand that. My son works. That came from Coming to America. But my son works. I have two sons. They both work. They are working, living, and alive, and I give thanks and praise to their life. I praise it because they're here. I praise that. I praise every morning. I give it. This is when I give it on this day, but on the mornings I give my praise. I do my libation. I do my sacrament, and I give praise. And my son works. The sun is working. Look at it. Look up in the sky. The sun works. This is perfect. This planet has been perfectly made for life, and there's billions and billions and billions of life cells on this planet and life-giving objects, and we all a part of it. So give some thanks and praise to that sun too. My life is pure. Pura Vida. I told you guys in episode 2 how I had an epiphany and my life was changed. And one of the things that I started with was Genesis 1:29-30. Well, the three things that I did that I heard an epiphany, and you can go back in episode 2 to get a more detailed explanation. But no fornication, no drinking, and no killing or eating death. My life is pure. I did that August 4th, 2004. I haven't had anything to drink, no fornicating, and I've been eating a plant-based lifestyle. I'm not a vegan because I wear leather shoes, and you can kill me if you want, but that's your business. I like leather. They're from dead cows. My life is pure. Pura Vida. It happened in Costa Rica. I purified my life, and you can too. That is why I'm able to let Cain eat you all and pain you all as you ingest pain. Murder, illness, pain. Cain represents the metaphor for death, ingesting pain, death, disease. It's a choice. So what you are is what you eat. And as you ingest these painful eating diseased animals, gently to Genesis, you will go. Knowledge of self is the key. And knowing thyself is the key. Now, if you go to Psalms 82:6, you will see where it says that God says that ye, all of ye, children of mine, are gods. All of you children of the Most High. And Jesus references this, John 10:24-34, when he was accosted and almost captured before Passover. And they asked him, why did he say he was God? He said, doesn't it say in your books that ye are gods? And he goes back and goes to that part of the scripture, which is Psalms 82:6. So know thyself, ye are God. I know I do. Words are important. So your emotions and your words go hand in hand. And if you're using words that are hateful, like hate, motherfucker, bitch, kill, murder, fuck up. I know people say those words. I hear them way more now than I did a long time ago. But you got to take those kind of words and that kind of anger and those kind of emotions out of your psyche. And then your emotions and anger and yourself will be more peaceful. Your anger will leave. I took the word hate out of my vocabulary about 15, 16 years ago, and it made a difference. I don't say I hate anything anymore. I might not like it. I might really not like some things, but I don't hate anything. So it's just a mind state. It's a mindset, and it's a mindset that I like to go with. So, without further ado, we're going to get to our guest. Give me 1 second, Tyler, please. I'm looking for something. Thought I had it queued up. What happened? I was looking for your song. We'll find it while we're talking. Where is it, man? All right, let me bring you on. I'm sorry. What's going on? Can you hear me? Am I on? Am I on? Can anybody hear me? Oh, okay. There we go. I'm thinking he's on. There you go.
We can hear you, Mother Puffer.
Oh, that's what happened. My daggone mic went out.
No, we can hear you.
Okay, so I'm on ambient sound now. Oh man, peace. How are you today?
I'm doing good. You should adjust your camera so we can see your whole face.
Okay, let me bring it down a little bit. There we are.
You go. There you go.
You know, I'm glad you told me that. I've been doing most of my broadcasts like that with the top of my head.
I noticed. That's why I wanted to let you know.
Well, thank you so much.
Although it is nice, clean, and shiny, we gotta see your face too.
I can dig it. Let me get myself. I'm still disorganized. I don't know why. I thought I was organized, but what happened this morning again? So I had yesterday. I went and got my mobile minutes together so that I would have everything straight. And when I tried to log on this morning, my it wouldn't log on. So I was like, so I had to go back and 5 minutes again. It just everything I was perfectly on time, and then I had to rush, and I got on it right at 10 again. So I started rushing again. So anyway, that's why I couldn't have your stuff queued up and everything. I was trying to have Bad Mother Puffer queued up. I'll get it. But last week when we finished talking, we were talking about. I think we finished talking. I think I asked you about acting, and I wanted to ask you: have you ever do you do any commercials, like producing them or writing them or marketing?
Well,
That seems like something that I think you'd be good at, actually.
yeah, like the thing that got me really inspired to put my content out, because I know you haven't followed me from the beginning, but like when I was putting out one of my first YouTube videos and WeedTube videos was a review bot, and it's inspired by like commercial jingles. Like I want to bring commercial jingles for cannabis companies like to the mainstream, and I was inspired by just being an actress already, and like I've done like one international commercial, and
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I just like
Well, damn.
I try to infuse that. So I mean, I could write commercials myself. I could, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I kind of stopped doing the review bops because first of all, nobody want to pay for them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Before, you know, I mean, I've gotten uh, compensation for some of them, but
Mm-hmm.
when I first started, you know, I wasn't knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? I was just
Mm-hmm.
like, you know,
Putting
doing
yourself
them
out
for
there.
free, and
Mm-hmm.
but really, I knew I shouldn't have, because just coming from acting world, like I already know that commercial jingles, like those run about a good 2,200. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So it's like I'm over here putting together a whole musical bop for Mother Puppas, and I wasn't getting paid. So
And
I was
for
like,
free,
you know what, I
like
need
rappers
to,
when they dropping all these names in their songs.
man. So yeah, so I was like, okay, let me start getting paid for it. And now that I put those like as my highest rate, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I do a lot for those. Like I go
Mm-hmm.
and research the product, make sure I know how they work, and then I make up some lyrics to it. I go
Mm-hmm.
and record it. I find a beat for it. So, and like if you really want me to get all crazy, I will even go to the studio and lay it down. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm like, you know, y'all gotta really pay me like my price for that, and
Mm-hmm.
nobody wants to pay me my price for that. So
Well,
they're like, can you just do one of your regular comedy skits? We're fine with that. So that's why I haven't done any, but I will be doing some for my own brands pretty
mm-hmm.
soon. I just need to, you know, up on my inventory. I'm actually rocking one of my, this is like just a original one that my cousin made for me. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the only one, but it's like a sparkly purple.
Mm-hmm. Dope.
Sorry for my raspy voice. I woke up not too long ago. You know, this is
Oh,
still early for me.
listen.
It's still
I
early. I
listen.
cannot believe you. I
I'm
cannot
sorry.
believe
Listen,
I'll
I
be
wanted
up
to.
with
That was the first thing
lashes
I
and
wanted to do.
liner at 7 a.m.
I wanted to thank you so much. I woke up at 7 this morning. I almost I couldn't. I woke up at 7 this morning. I was like, damn. I had so much appreciation for it because I was so tired. And then you waking up and coming on. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to wake up and just shake myself up at 7. And like so
See, that's
I
what I'm
really
saying. That's why you don't even got puffs. See, you could just come on with your shiny head. You know, you
I
probably
did.
put lotion on it or
I
something.
had to do
But
this
that's
last night.
easy. You know what I'm saying? I told my man, I'm like, where's my gel? I gotta split these baby hairs. I gotta get the puffs right. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it.
My mom told me, she said, don't ever get back on there with no lashes. So I'm like, oh God, okay.
Go ahead with that. Oh, now real quick, what you smoking on? I got that up.
I'm puffing on some. I have some guava pound cake and some biscotti. So I got some exotic strains yesterday because I had a photo shoot. Um, but yeah, this is not my usual. But I really like the exotic strains too. It's puffing tough right now, and they're more hybrids,
Mm-hmm.
but they're indica dominant hybrids. So I think these are like perfect for me in the morning
Mm-hmm.
because it still kind of gives me that oomph, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it still keeps me mellow, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't get me crazy. So
So it's like a half and half. You're not couched and you got a
yeah,
little bit of
you know, and the reason why a big huge reason why I do medicate, I really I suffer from bad anxiety because you know I do a lot. I got a lot on
mm-hmm.
my plate,
Mm-hmm.
and so like I have anxiety running all the time, um, and so that's why I have to kind of rely on the indicas and like the
Mm-hmm.
hybrids that are more mellow. And I
Mm-hmm.
constantly medicate because I'm doing so much and thinking
Mm-hmm.
so much. So
Mm-hmm.
if I smoke a sativa, like I'd be just too. That would enhance that
That
even
would make you
further.
even more right.
Yeah,
I got
and
you.
you know, if I was a person who really needed some motivation and
Mm-hmm.
like to actually do stuff, and like, but I'm not. I already have that. I already do a lot. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I just need stuff to kind of even me out and stuff. But if I needed to like actually do stuff in my day and like, oh, I need to smoke to get myself going and find something to do, and then maybe I would be a sativa smoker.
I got you. And when you were saying it, I was thinking about that because just in general, and I did see a couple of your commercials actually that you had done for the products, with jingles like 1 minute jingles you would do and things like that. But being a creative mind already, and
Hi, Practical Toker.
especially going after looking for all these different ideas that you like, I'm sure you're constantly thinking of new skits and things like that. I saw the new one that you did with the Russian or Slovenian, I don't know what she was, but you guys did the Tyler Perry parody. Um,
Uh,
and
I think, was that the Key and Pill?
was that Key? Oh, Key and Peele. I said Tyler
Yeah,
Perry. Yeah, it was Key and Peele. Yeah, my bad. They all
because I did do
they're all
Tyler
one joke.
Perry. I've done Tyler Perry, but
Okay. Yeah, but is that something you're doing now, like crossing over marketing, cross marketing? How did you meet up with this person?
Well,
And
I'm
what's her
so
name,
glad
by
you
the way? I'm
I'm
sorry, I
glad
don't want to say.
you asked that and noticed that, because for me, like, I feel like the cannabis realm was my way to really gain a following who understands me, as for what I feel. Like, I felt like y'all motherfuckers who smoke would understand me more. Some people don't, because some people just smoke terrible weed, so they not up here with it.
They
Because
don't get it.
sometimes I just don't understand. I'm like, why are y'all like this? And we all smoke. Um, but for the most part, that's why I went this route, to gain a following in a community, and just like partnerships that understand me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then that way I can then, like, and that's why I kind of, I did it. I feel like I was doing it right. I kind of introduced splashes here and there, trying to hint at y'all motherfuckers that I'm an actress. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now that I got you where I want you, I'm trying to make that transition back to my old life,
Mm-hmm.
just to bring more out of it, especially because that is an old friend of mine from high school. Remember, I mentioned that I went to nothing but performing arts schools. So that is a friend from one of my performing arts schools, and she came out here, and she's actually really viral on TikTok.
I
So
saw some of her videos as well. She did she's doing those skits. She did. I forgot the one I saw. I
she
did.
does Kevin Hart a lot.
Yeah, Kevin
She
Hart. That's
went
what she was doing.
viral for doing Kevin Hart, and just a couple others. So she was out here filming for a movie, and she's like, Ty, we gotta get together. We gotta do some skits, and especially because she also wants to branch out and do collabs and stuff too. And it's just crazy because most of her friends are black. You know what I'm saying? She does black comedy skits. And she was even telling me that, like, she was kind of getting some hate for doing like comedy skits that she's inspired by. You know what I'm saying? Like, and obviously, it's black people. Come on, we
Right.
fun.
Right.
Like, people love us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's funny too, because most of her friends are black. Like, so, and it was just kind of like, I was like, okay, cool. You want to do it? I was her first collab. So it's just weird. It's like we're both kind of making weird transitions where her audience is like, whoa, you throwing black people at us now? Like, we knew you was doing black skits and stuff, but now you got black folks. What's going on here? But we
But
just
that's
wanted to
dope though,
show,
because y'all
like,
two are gonna mix worlds. You know what I mean?
right, and we're from Vegas. Like, we're a melting pot diversity. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we just wanted to come back out and show people, like, hey, this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? And this is how we get off. Like, y'all motherfuckers.
That's dope.
Let's go. Let's come with it. I just wanted to see how my audience would react to me doing just something completely, like, non cannabis related. However, it is still cannabis related because I smoked before I did that. So, like, that's what I want to show people. It's like, this stuff inspires me to, like, let loose, be funny, be comfortable, and tap into these characters that I'm trying to portray. And oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I just got a funny text. My friend, she's like, you're thick. Because I threw up a picture of myself in my story. I'm trying to get sponsorships and donations for my
Girl got the sponsor.
event, you guys. So if you guys could check it out, I am asking for sponsors and donations for my birthday event.
Okay, that's on the 14th, right?
My birthday is on the 14th, yes, and the event is on the 17th. I'm also having a slumber party, like virtual event, on the 18th. So,
Okay.
you know, Libras, and especially extra out Libras like me, we be doing the mostest. So, you know, it's going to be a whole month kind of celebration for me.
Dig it. My sister's birthday was the 1st, and she just
Good
had a big
morning,
thing.
everybody. Hi.
That's well. One of the things we talked about, or I wanted to talk to you about, was just what normalizing. We talked about this before. Just normalizing cannabis, and
Right.
one of the things we wanted to do, or both of our goals, I guess, is to kind of just let people know that regular people who are not hippie, pothead, drug dealer, dirty fingernails. I remember one time I saw, and I said that because I saw an ad one time, Peace Philly, that said they was talking about legalizing cannabis, and then they showed a picture of a dude with like these dirty fingernails rolling up a blunt. And I'm like, why would they? That don't like that's not a good.
I know.
They could have did something different, you know what I mean? But I know what they were doing.
They purposely do that, you
right.
know. They purposely try to still attach the stigma to all of us, but you know, that's why we're all out here like trying to show that we're upkept. You know what I'm saying? Look at us. You shiny over there. I'm like, I'm glowing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Just yesterday, like, oh my gosh, I was doing a review for this product, Hodge, and I was showing it at the camera, and then I was like this and all this stuff, and then I noticed that like my fingernails and my nail polish was all like messed up and stuff, and I was like, oh no. I said, cut. Let me stop. I wanted to go paint my nails. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I'm already high. So like when you paint your nails, like that shit is therapeutic anyways. Like it actually gives me the fuel to just kind of, hey, take your time on this, make sure you're looking good, you know what I'm saying? Put out there that we think about this stuff, you know what I'm saying? We don't got dirty fingernails, you know what I'm saying? we don't got just like nappy hair. Like we have our natural hair, but you know, like
nappy and
maybe sometimes it looks nappy, but it looks good nappy. You know, we just really out here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and the other thing as well is what I'm happy to see is I've started following a lot of people CANNAMOMs and CANNAMOM OG, but I'm happy to see women normalize cannabis use, because I think there's such a stigma. I know a lot of women who just have this like, ooh, they don't want to even they don't want to smell it. They don't want they have a lot of women just have a negative connotation. Most men are cool, even if they don't smoke. They're like, all right, I don't smoke, but I'm cool. But women who don't smoke, they look at you like, you know. And so I'm glad to see women, so many women, and I like when I see these videos and I see all these women smoking, it just makes me happy, because I'm like, yeah, these women get it. They understand. I mean, even when it comes to, you know, like women who actually understand marijuana, what it uses for menopause and all the medicinal uses that women can use it for, understand it, and the women who don't understand it are missing out.
Yeah, and that's why we're just constantly trying to put ourselves out there to fight the stigma, like especially with my CANNAMOM OG movement. We want to just keep showing that there's mothers out here who like they medicate and they still do a fool's day job and work with their children, and you know, even some CANNAMOMs have kids who are on Zoom school right now, and it's like that's all, you know, that's all we do is we just keep it going. And yeah, still we medicate, you know what I'm saying? With the girls and the women who are just not moms, but they're pretty girls who medicate, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why I have a song too, like where I say pretty girls smoke weed too, because it's like, yeah, we're out here puffing tough, mother puffers, you know what I'm saying? And we're still out here looking good, like you said, we're not looking unkept or anything like that. So more power to the women who are out there showing like, hey, I'm a girl, I'm puffing tough. That's why I did that skit too, where it's the one where I'm taking a big hit and the guy's like, you can't you can't smoke bigger than me, or you can't,
Hmm.
you know, puff bigger than me. And I'm like, what you want? Because that's some real shit. Like, you be
Yes.
puffing tough. Good morning. God is good. Amen. I've been using that as a tool, not a weapon, to educate and advocate. Hell to the mother puffin', yeah, Izzy.
Yes,
That's what's
indeed.
up. Hi, bud. What's
I'll
puffin'?
put it here for
Good
me
puff
and you.
puff.
I wish I could. I wish I could convince more women, but I'm glad. Like I said, just seeing women normalize it makes more women. I think it just it's like, you know, it's a domino effect. Like another
The
woman.
ones who snarl their nose up, it's like, yeah, you know, like what you said, they missing out because they don't know what it's about for real. You know what I'm saying?
Basically.
Like, you don't know what it's about. That's why you're missing out. It's not you. I mean, it's not. It's really actually not them. It's the stigma that is placed around.
Right.
So they're like, you know, like y'all know it smell good. You just
Right.
you just snarling your nose up because that's what the media and everybody has
Told you
taught
to
you to
believe
do.
exactly.
And don't worry, I was once like that. Like,
I
but
was too.
as a young person, I was like
Hmm.
that because I was young, and that's what they teach you in school. But then, like, as soon as I moved to California, I was like, that's not true. I'm like,
Liar.
how dare they I'm so naive to believe. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed. I remember I had friends who used to smoke, and I would drink, and like I would drink like a champion, like a sailor. And I'm mad at them. Well, not mad at them, but like, you know, what's wrong with y'all? Well, you know, we just drank. Why y'all need to do that? You know? And I remember trying to smoke before and I couldn't get it. Like, I'm like, boo. And then I
See,
chilled.
you was just hating because you couldn't get that first high.
I,
Like,
I
you didn't
couldn't.
know what they was talking about. You was like, look, and then that kind of happened to me too. Cause okay, so one time I was peer pressured to do it in high school, in 10th grade when I was just like, and this was like right before I moved to California, and I was like, why does everyone do this? Like, and I tried to do it. I'm like, I'm not even high. Like, what is this? I feel like it was a waste of my lungs, getting smoke in my lungs. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So I didn't do it ever again. But then, like, when I moved to California, and I noticed even more people was smoking. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, dang, like everybody did it out here. And then my younger brother was doing it, and so I'm like, dang, even my brother really got into it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to see what it's talking about because at least if it's with my brother, then you know I'm comfortable and I'm like
Right.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? So and he was my younger brother too. So I was like, it's kind of cool. My bigger brother, he didn't like it at all, and he didn't like that we did it. But what's funny is that he actually we got finally got him to smoke,
Hmm.
and now he's just like he smokes so much, and he's even growing plants, and you know he has
He gets
pounds
it.
all the time, like yeah, he's just a crazy guy, but we love him. We're like, you're the one who just couldn't stand the whole family smoking. He was against the whole family. And now he, you know,
Now he the biggest mother pup in the house.
exactly. And that's what happens though when you get that enlightenment about
Right.
what it's really about. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that actually too connects with your spiritual. And as we grow older and you know gain that wisdom of ourself and our spirit and our inner core, like what drives us and stuff, and then you see that the plant correlates with that and ties into all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like you then realize like wow we there the it's just crazy what this world does. Like the world shows you and teaches you something else. Well, actually, it's the people in the world. It's like the man-made world shows you, teaches you something else. Government, all that bullshit. But the world, if you look at it and like Mother Earth, and then connect that with your spiritual and everything around it, it's like that will show you the true way. And if you understand, like um, cannabis, you know, and psychedelics like shrooms and stuff, that stuff like really just actually is from the earth and it connects you to the earth, connects you to spirit, connects you to the core and to the core of yourself, your heart, your spirit, and to the earth. So it's like it's all weird, and
No, it's
I'm
not. And you know what's funny? You saying that because Christelle posted a thing the other day. She's on here now, and I want you two to connect because your marketing, you two should connect on a marketing standpoint. And we're gonna talk about that next. But she posted a meme or a video about the calcification of the pineal gland and how all of these things that calcify our pineal gland get us away from our spirit, and we have to uncalcify it by getting away from those things, those worldly things that have hardened our pineal gland and taken us away from our spirit. And we do that by reconnecting with the energy, which is the earth, that the powers that be want us to be away from. Because with a powerful spirit, we won't be taking the bullshit. We don't take the bullshit. Most people who smoke see through the bullshit, right? But the
Yeah,
people
because
who don't,
we're woke. It becomes
exactly,
our third eye, you know.
exactly, and it taps
So
into it. The endocannabinoid system is tapped. It's a godly way that God has put us together.
yes, and I do want to point out, like, you know, there are moments and that even yourself, but other people who maybe don't medicate with cannabis or whatever, you can honestly tap into that yourself. You know what I'm saying? You really don't have to rely on cannabis or shrooms or whatever. But if you think about it, if you're constantly doing those things, like, or maybe not constantly, but check in with it like every now and then, it will just, I feel like it keeps you there. You know what I'm
Centered.
saying? It keeps you sharp, it keeps you woke, it keeps your third eye open, you know what I'm saying? And then you can walk amongst this world a little bit more like grounded with where you need to be and what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, like you said, I do feel like people who do medicate with cannabis maybe are a little bit more gifted, more further along, more, you know what I'm saying, just naturally aware, you know what I'm saying? It's only if you allow yourself to tap into that. If you allow yourself to get on the other side of what it could do, you know what I'm saying, like maybe cause you to be a little bit more depressed, so you rely on it more and you're like doing it for those type of reasons, like that's really not what you should be doing it for, because then like it kind of creates a negative surge, you know, that just constantly like fuels you the wrong way, you know. So you have to like find your balance and at the same time. And I think like I do a really good job of that, um, especially now that I've just medicated for so long. Like I feel like I'm really centered with who I am and what I want to do and who I want to become. Um, and a part of that is I'm a Libra too, so we just always find that like balance naturally. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it does play a big part into the spiritual, and those who refuse to see it that way, or like, I feel like you're not getting everything out of what the plant could do for you. So.
I agree 100%, and I think even with myself,
That's why I like y'all motherfuckers. Thank you, Ken.
while I walked along my walk, and I got away from things and I got closer with cannabis or more with cannabis, my spirit always grew, and I got away from worldly things, and I didn't get away from cannabis. And there was a time when I had to take myself out of cannabis because I didn't know if that was giving me this spiritual awakening. But I started to meditate, and I was doing transcendental meditation, and I was getting the same exact spiritual touch from the meditation that I would get from the cannabis. And I realized, whoa, these two things are connected. And when you're smoking, you're actually doing the same things. You're breathing in deeply, you're quieting your mind, you're meditating.
Yes.
This is marijuana meditation. That's what we're talking about. So it is what it is. And once you get there, you get there, and then you can ride this wave. You know what I mean?
Right. And just like you said, kind of like imagine that meditation and medication at the same time. If you put it together literally at the same time while you meditate, then you really like get to a level of what in which you grow as a person. You're like a new enlightenment. That's why we used to have, like, I had my first business was a Plateau Patients Group, and our motto was elevate yourself to a new plateau. And so it kind of like went into the idea of, you know, when you medicate and you're elevating yourself to a new plateau, a new plane, a new high, and then you can meet yourself here and balance here. And then when you medicate again, you elevate again to a new plane and an understanding, a new balance, a new, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like it was always about just meditation, and you can only do that and elevate yourself to a new plateau if you added the meditation too. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Because it just gets your whole entire being to a different point in your life.
That's so dope. And I was watching something that you had, um, the Puff Show, Cloud 9, right? And what I've told people, this is, I think I have it written in here as well. I am on Cloud 11. That's where I live. That's where I stay. Okay. I can get you to Cloud 9. Most people aren't there yet. I can get you to Cloud 9. There's level to this, but I stay at Cloud 11, and I don't mess with nobody who not on Cloud 9. So beat it, peon. You're not up here with me. You don't
Yes,
deserve it.
that's kind
And
of like the same. That's like, yeah, we're saying take a puff on cloud 9 because that's where we at. You know what I'm saying?
that's why I
Just
start.
like you, I was about to say we're already there. Like we're a little above cloud 9, but at least we want to get you there on cloud 9 to even start puffing with us and thinking about what we're thinking about and talking about what with the topics that we're talking about. You know, and
Exactly.
we felt like that's cool for the nighttime experience because after full days of everything, you're really sitting there, and it's your time to meditate again, relax, and start thinking about those elevated thoughts that's going to get you even better the next day. Like if you're
Mm-hmm.
not thinking about what you need to do to be the better person the next day, by the end of your night or the end of your day, like you're don't even come to cloud 9. You know what I'm saying? Don't even come to cloud 9
Don't
because
come up here with
we
that
over here
bullshit.
trying to elevate and see what we got to do to be a better person.
Exactly.
Next tomorrow I got to do this, I got to do this, and it's sometimes it don't even have to be about like being productive. It's mostly about just like what can I do better tomorrow because today was lacking this, and what ideas can I put forward tomorrow because I had an idea 2 days ago, I still haven't even moved on. You know what I'm saying? It's those type of
Mm-hmm.
things. It's the topics that we feel most uncomfortable to face. You know what I'm saying? Because you were so busy in the day, and you're like, I just didn't even have time to really think about that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe
To
that's when
process it.
right. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
What's poppin'? The Cannabis babes in the house.
Pentecost babe. What's up, Pentecost babe? Pentecost babes. All right. So now, what we did talk about, and what I initially how I got in touch with you was by your business that you run, and I think I saw the video, 3 things to become a cannabis or media influencer. I think that was the first one I saw. And then I saw 5 ways to become, and then I reached out to you, and you did a just explain to the people your services, what you do, the media kit, and the media training sessions, and that you offer. If it's
Yeah, so you guys, I really just wanted to enhance my expertise and push it out to the public to really see, like, hey, this is what worked for me. This was my experience. Maybe this would work for you. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? And all of everything that happened with me has been organic, and I'm really proud to say that because it's so easy to go other ways with it. You know what I'm saying? But um, I just wanted to extend that out to other people because I started to notice that a lot of other mother puppers was, being inspired by what I was doing because they had literally watched me grow. Like a lot of them have seen me start from, not even anything, you know what I'm saying, and get up there. Like one girl has even told me not too long ago that she watched me grow from not even like speaking on my platform, you know what I'm saying, just being a cute girl smoking. That wasn't enough for me, you know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying. So anyways, I just provide consultation time sessions. It's where I give you full consultation on how to do what I did, become an influencer, or just a content creator. I don't really like to say influencer, but
Mm-hmm.
it's where you ever you take off thereafter. You know what I'm saying? If you say, well, I'm going the influencer route, it's whatever. But I'm just really showing people how they can do it too, how they can grow their audience organically, how they can start getting paid for it. I just really want people to not get taken advantage of in this industry, because I know I got taken advantage of, especially as a Black person and a Black woman. So really, like, it's for those who have no direction really, or they don't might not have access. Um, you know, and a lot of us don't. You know what I'm saying? We're like, where the puff do we start? A lot of us are like, we could have been getting paid for this. I was just doing this to get free shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and that's like, we gotta think bigger. You know what I'm saying? And even and this is for my Black people too. We gotta think more business minded. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like we don't even really grow, because we're just not thinking
Having
that
fun.
we can go further and beyond. You know, so yeah, I offer those services on my website now. You can go to badmotherpuffa.com and check out consultation time sesh tab, and you can book my services. I go further into the media kits. I only talk about it briefly in those videos, but you know,
It's a dope service. Let me cut you off real quick, because I did the consultation. I did two separate consultations, and I did the media kit, and everything was just 100%. I've been following your steps. My audience has grown. I don't know how many followers I got over the last like 2 weeks just by doing some of the things you said, joining lives and just following the steps that you told me. And people are like, oh, hey, yeah, da da da, and it worked. So what you've done has, I can attest, worked for me already. And I like that you're accessible. You know what I mean? That you're accessible, and that you're easy to you. It was an easy learn, you know.
that's
So
so
I
good.
appreciate that.
Yes, and
So I mean, if
you guys
anybody out there
just
really,
keeping sharp.
that's seriously, like, if you want to become an influencer, or if you want to learn to maneuver in this space, because I'm brand new to it. She taught me so much. And that's what I was telling you too, Crystal. You two really need to connect, because you two have so many great ideas that I think can grow together.
That's some
Um,
great feedback. Thank you so much.
what's up?
Yeah, that was it's a really easy you know, couple hours with me. It depends on what you want to book, but I really just, you know, I'm thorough with you guys. And you know, I go through the media kits, and you can even go as far as, if you want me to make your media kit, we get further into that. But yeah, it's just really for you guys, you know what I'm saying? And if I just know now, though, I do have to like charge for my time, because I've just gotten like, I've gotten taken advantage of so many times in this space, and I just want you
No,
guys
no, don't you
to kind
don't
of
don't.
follow, like
Please
really
don't
see that.
apologize for that.
Yeah, like just really see that. And you I don't want y'all to do the same shit. Like, that's, it's so irritating to have gone through stuff like that, and then watch it be done like to people who really puff with you, or just people who have potential, and you see that shit happening, and it's just like, man, like, I don't want y'all out here deer in
Yeah,
headlights. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have so much potential to be great. And some people just need a little bit more molding. And I just feel like, you know, hey, I'm here for you. If you guys need me, I'm not like one of those influencers that just ignore people, or I'm really
that's true.
attentive to my following. So
For both of them up
you
there.
guys,
Cannon Boss
yeah.
Babe said, "Don't apologize. You're worth even more than you charge." I agree. You need to step your game up and your price up. I know that you were on Black Cannabis Week last week, and I know I followed that as well. And
Thanks, Trippy.
um, there was a lot of people connecting, and just getting a lot of Black people involved in the cannabis business. Have you followed up with those with the people on the Black Cannabis Week?
Yes, I am in direct contact with the coordinator of who threw that event. She's a really close, you know, supporter of mine, and even a friend. You know, she has supported me for so long. She's in Philly, and I think she's just like ready for me to come out there, because she's like, I've been trying to like get you connected and all this stuff. She has a lot of connections, so when I was like in there, I just felt so much love from that side, where I'm like, man, I need to just, you're right, I need to come out there, like, and
Yeah, that
it was just really fun, and a supportive group. Everybody, all the Black people in this space who are doing like amazing things. Oh my gosh, it's just crazy. And it's so sad though. At the same time, it made me realize how sad that you don't know these people.
Right.
They're doing crazy, amazing things,
Yeah.
and they won't ever put us in the forefront. They won't ever like throw us out there. You won't even know. You have to dig. You literally have to dig to find these people. You have to
But
dig to find mother puppets like you and I. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm glad they put
but
that together
people
though.
should
That's a
take the
great
time to do
resource.
that. They should take
Yeah.
the time to do that because it's definitely worth it. And I think that's why the BLM movement just goes way farther and stronger than whatever that month was. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Mm-hmm.
really dig in and find these black owned everythings so you
Mm-hmm.
guys can support and just know that it's a larger mass than we think, but it's just so sad because you see so little of us.
Exactly. Well, I mean, and
But
just like it's the old boy network and everything. You know what I mean? Trying to get into the cannabis space in general, you got to go through police and judges, and those are old boy networks who run the legal cannabis space. So, that's why, like I said, I'm happy to see women growing together. I'm happy to see people going against these. We changing the paradigm. That's what we're doing. And the only way you're gonna do it is to kick the door down. So I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see what you're doing. I'm glad to see what all of us are doing, because what we are doing is moving the needle. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And it's just gonna take keeping it moving and keeping it going. And I had a buddy who talked about, somebody else told me this. Just Christelle told me this before, because I was having so many technical difficulties. She said, just worry about the content,
yep,
and that's all. Just put it out. You know what I mean?
yep.
And
Because
then
they're gonna see it. Like it doesn't matter. Like they're gonna come back and watch all of everything you do. They're gonna dig into you. Like it's happening to me now. Like the now that my following has gotten bigger, everybody's starting to come back and read up on who I am. They're starting to
mm-hmm.
come back and watch what everything that I've done, binge watching
Which is still great,
my
right?
stuff, which because you work so hard on the content. If you then that's the thing too. Then that's the thing too. Like work hard on the content to make it some forever content. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
Make it like timeless content. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Don't make stuff that people be like, okay, I'm gonna skip over that because no, that everyone's gonna come back and watch stuff. That's why I go hard with everything that I do. I take my time with everything I do. I put creativity in everything that I do because I know if I do anything half-assed, first of all, I know I can't do anything half-assed because they looking at me already like, okay, you a black woman, you gotta already be 110%.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna come back and watch all my stuff and be like, dang,
Mm-hmm.
she was always on point. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you guys should want to be. You shouldn't want to like stay on one note, stay on one level. It's always great to see growth too, but imagine like everything you put out was already good. So people were like, dang, we missed. Then they feel like we missed out. We missed out
Mm-hmm.
on all this great shit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So yeah, just get the content out. That's the most important thing. And it's still growing you. It's growing your experience, and your audience will grow, and all of it will grow. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed. Let me do this. We are running out of time. Tell everybody where to follow you. I'm playing your song right now.
Thank you, Cannabis babes.
Um,
Hey.
uh,
Yes, so you guys, please check me out. Bad Mother Peppa. All of my pages are listed on my page and it's on my website, badmotherpeppa.com. Right now, he's bumping at the park, Park Seth. That's one of my first songs, actually, but it's on my up and coming album, Bad Mother Peppa. And yeah, you guys can get all the information about me on my website, badmotherpeppa.com. Much needed energy this morning. Y'all have a great day. Thank you.
you too, guys, and please
But
follow.
yeah,
Oh, I bet.
go ahead, go ahead.
I mean, because now I was gonna say, please follow us on 420 God's Bible. We here every Sunday morning, 10 a.m. at the park. I'm chilling with these dope tunes. You are a dope individual. I am so glad that I met you. I'm so glad that your energy has been shared, and I'm glad that that you did this media kit. Everything you've done, I really appreciate your energy, Tyler. You're a great person, and I really enjoy it. And keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. You know, we got to keep on puffing. That's what I always
Indeed,
say. Keep
indeed,
on
keep on
puffing.
puffing. All right, everybody. Peace and love, peace and blessings. You
Peace
are
and
God.
blessings.
Be that as it may. Peace.
Peace.